Hey guys, hope you all are doing fine. So let's get started about different components of Selenium. So we discussed already about IDE, it's record and play feature, record and play feature, and now comes RC. So RC is the coding library, and then comes your grid. Grid is for remote execution of the test cases. Okay, so these are the components which we are gonna which are the components of Selenium. So you can see IDE is there in all the version of Selenium, whereas RC was just till Selenium 2.0, and then it got deprecated, and after that WebDriver, a new component, got added in Selenium 2.0. It got enhanced in 3.0, and it even got more enhanced in 4.0. So now you can see in difference between 1 and 2 is the RC, the WebDriver. Now difference between 3 and 4, nothing, but it's a different architecture wise. Okay, now one more thing we need to know. There was a company, that the company name was ThoughtWork ThoughtWorks. They actually designed the Selenium in 2006, when even I did not opt computer courses. I never thought that I would work in software industry. That time, they designed Selenium. And then the name developer name was Jason Huggins. you know so Jason Huggins, he was the you know uh, he was the basically developer for this uh, Selenium. So you know after Selenium, we can say, who is the biggest competitor of Selenium. We can say like QTP, and your QTP, Mercury initially came up with this, but later on HP required it. So acquired it. So right now, it is a product of HP. you know and the tool size is around 1 GB. And if you like majorly it is invested in record and play. So we'll see, we are not going to discuss over here that what is QTP, but record and play you will see, and you will understand that HP company basically owns it, you can see. you know so yeah, but you'll hardly see guys opening in QTP or UFT, and it has got very heavy license cost also. you know just that QTP can automate your even desktop plus web based both. But it is very costly. So let's you know let's get to know that how much Selenium is is required in order to do automation. So Selenium is just 25% when you are going to do automation. Just 25%, but still people's out that if you know Selenium this that and now, so you just 25% of whole Selenium portion is being used in automation. Then what are other things are Java, other things are like log4j, then your Apache, then your Maven, then your extent report, then we can say test ng, you know then your git, or you know like any other source code management, uh, you know, then Dockers, then page object, and then you know database. So when you learn all these things together, then only you will be able to automate anything. And wherever you go, these things are required. If it is not Selenium, if it is, let's suppose, Espresso, you need them. You need Java, you need Log4j, you need Apache, you need Maven, you need all these things. Then only you can work basically on automation framework. So now let's learn that what is record and play feature. That what is IDE, which we discussed, like various components like IDEs and record and play feature. So when you want to learn record and play feature, just open a window. Here you just go to where you add extension. So you can see the TotoOS. This is not coming from a normal website. I have just added a theme. So where do you get all these themes, whatever extra thing you get in Chrome store, right? So just go to your extension. Here go to manage extension, and here just go to Chrome web store, and from here you just search whatever you want. You can see search extension and themes. I'll search Selenium IDE. I want Selenium IDE to be installed. I have already installed, but let me show you how to install it again. So I have just searched. So what happens? Just go from here, open Chrome web store, just search Selenium IDE, and then just click on first option, add to Chrome. Once you add to Chrome, it asks add extension. Yes. Once you do add extension, you get a notification over here. Now click on this, your window will be something like this. But guys, nobody is using this in industry. I don't know why they have kept in all the versions, but they have just kept it. Now if you want to open a project, just to create a new project and just say Bipin's test. Okay, and then there is a button record. You just need to put some website whichever you want to test. I want to test Google. Take the link of Google, open your Selenium IDE Bipin test, enter over here and just say start recording. Now once Google has been opened, type something. So I'll type Selenium and I'll hit enter, and then this is the only test. Let's try to record and play. Now just go to your Selenium IDE Bipin test and just say stop. Once you stop it, it will ask what do you want to keep the test name. So I will say random. This is a random test. Say okay, your random test has been saved over here. If you want to run, just see here play button, run current text. Look, preparing your test, and it launches. It writes Selenium. It is happening automatically. So this is nothing but record and play feature. Okay, so I hope you are clear till now that what is record and play feature. Now we discussed about record and play feature. We discussed about, now let's discuss about what is RC. So RC, what is RC? So RC is basically a coding library. It used to be in Selenium 1 and Selenium 2. Later on it got deprecated. Okay. Now grid is for remote execution of the test cases. Now the last one, important, very important guys, WebDriver. So this is the component through which we are gonna see, like your Selenium is gonna throughout work on the WebDriver only. Okay, so in order to understand WebDriver, let me open an Eclipse first. So if you open your Eclipse for the first time after installing, your Eclipse will look something like this. Just click on cancel. You get over here like this, then create a Java project. Let me create. I have clicked. Give your project name. I'll say Bipin Selenium Java, and then from here use an execution environment JRE. You can change your JRE. So I am fine with Java 17. So I'll go with 17 because 17 is the latest one, guys. And then go to next, and then just click on finish. Once it's finished, let me make little big so that it gives good, you know, impression. And then you can see one JRE system library has been added over here. Now source, in the source file, right click and then create a package first. So we'll see, we'll say the package is test case, and then finish. And then I'll give my first class name, first ever class name. Okay, so here we are gonna learn how to launch a browser. Launch browser, first automation test case we are gonna write. And then we can say create main method as well. Check this main method, say finish, and it's finished. Once it's finished, it will give you the default code. Let me enlarge in the settings. Yeah, so now with this text, can you, with this code, can you launch the web browser? I think no, we cannot. So here let me print a line. So in this line we'll say hello Selenium, we are coming. Okay, and then you can just execute and see your Java program is running perfectly fine, just in order to check that. Now we discussed just now about that we are gonna learn WebDriver. So in order to learn WebDriver, we need to first, get like Selenium library in our Java project. But right now, if you see, we don't have any Selenium library. So where do we find that Selenium library? We need to find that Selenium library on Selenium website. So let me go over there and then click on new window, and here we are gonna, or leave this here. Let me just open my browser, Edge browser, and we are gonna just see over here, and here I'll just type selenium.dev. This is the official website, and what it says, can you see? It says Selenium automate browser, that's it. It doesn't do anything else. It automates your browser. Now what you do with that power is entirely up to you. Okay, it's up to you that what all things you can do with this power. So now we came here to download Selenium. So you can see about, download, document, projects, supports, blog, English. So here we'll go on downloads. In downloads, if you go, you can see, it, as I said, it support multiple languages. So C hash, Ruby, Java, JavaScript, Python, these are the most popular language they have kept. Now you can see we are learning in Java, so there is a stable version 4.22.0, but we will not download from here, we'll download from here. Remember this. Click on download, and it's downloading. The downloaded, what it downloaded? .jar file. Now just go and see how the download file looks like, and it will not open because the jar file method I don't have option to open. So here go in, so in Finder, and then you can see Selenium server file has been shown. Now go to desktop, Eclipse, and then Eclipse, just right click on your project, go to build path, and say add libraries or configure build path. Just say configure build path. Go to configure build path, and there you can see libraries. In libraries, go to class path and add external jars. In add external jars, just go to your downloads. In downloads, you can find, I have a jar over here. So let me see why it's not letting you add external jars. Click over here. Now it's visible. So might be I would have tried to do something wrong. So here just click and then say open, and once put this file over here, just say apply and apply and close. Once you do apply and close, here it was just building. Now since we have integrated, we have like integrated one more module with our project. You can see reference libraries. If you click on this, you can see Selenium server, Selenium jar has been there, and then if you expand this, you can see all the Selenium package, and you see it has all the code of Selenium. So it is Selenium 4.0. It has multiple things, hell out of things. Now close this, and then now let me close this. Now here we are gonna write a line of code which is gonna launch your web browser. So we'll say web driver equals to new Chrome driver. This is the line which is gonna open, which is gonna launch a web browser for you, that is Chrome browser. Now we are getting some error over here because we need to make some import statements. So here I'll just tell you one shortcut. What you have to do, you have to just do command shift O, and it will just import the files. So what you have to do, command plus shift plus O together, it will import. Now still we are getting error over here. So once we get error something like this, what you have to do, you have to go to your project and see if there has been one extra module info file. Yes, there is one extra module info file. Click on this module info file, right click and delete it from here. We don't need this. As soon as you delete, you can see and just save your program, you can see the errors are gone. Now this line is the project is recognizing this line, that web driver equals to new Chrome driver. Now just run your program and wait and watch. Hello Selenium, we are coming has been printed, and one browser has been launched, and the browser says Chrome is being controlled by automated test software. It means what? That it is running by the automation test user, not a normal user. If normal user opens the Chrome browser, it opens something like this with theme and all. This is me who is running this, but this is not run by me. This is run by an automated test software, that is automated test engineer. So this is our very first line of code which is gonna launch the web browser. But now what I did, I closed manually. There is a option to close as well. I'll just say driver dot quit, and then I'll save my program, and then I'll say again to run. I'll just run my program again, and you'll see a browser will get launch and close. It was so fast that you may not have realized. So let me put a sleep over here. So I'll just say thread dot sleep, and I'll put some sleep thing. Let me put one declaration statement so that errors are gone. And now let me run the program. So you can see there is a 1 second delay for closing, so that you can realize that method is working. Look, it is closing my web browser. So I would request you guys to do a setup like this and write this test case. And if you are able to launch the web browser in Java project, let me know. And in earlier version of Selenium, you cannot launch web browser in just one line. You need to write something like system.setProperty and then some gecko driver.exe, and then give the path of that exe file, and then you need to launch. But now in Selenium 4, what they have done, they have just done awesome job, that If you click on driver, if you just type this line, your web browser is gonna launch. And if you want to see this for the other browsers as well, you can just say web driver driver equals to new edge driver. Okay, and now just say command shift 2 again to import the file, but again we are getting error. So it's a basic Java error, you know that, right? Because these are two duplicate variables, you cannot have two duplicate names, so one has to be comment out. So let me comment out. Otherwise what you can do, you can just say one driver one, and you can just run the program and see what it does. So let me run the program and just see. It's opening the Chrome driver. Chrome browser has been opened. Now it is asking me to give the permission for other browser. I gave the permission. Now Edge browser will also get open. Can you see? Microsoft Edge is being controlled by automated. So it supports multiple browser as well, and it really opened, both the browser. And this is all we will learn in this session. So let's see you all in other session. Thanks for watching, guys.